buddy, you ready or not. Don't really care if you was or you wasn't LeBron. From now on, I'm calling the shots. I don't really care about your hating little daddy LeBron. Your mammy's a pity. Anytime I get beside myself, I remind myself from. Think I gotta go through. I don't like therapist, I don't like most. You love me, my go-to. Love a team blind on top like Goku. Just left Noble, back in my dojo. Channel like Aura, got the whole Roku. Been big dog from the Tether Road, told you. Wait, don't even know you. Step right, I'm a long trip. Blick at my VIP. And snack of my. Won't break, won't miss. Rich tickets, check out. We talking start like ball high. Pretty face guy like, bruh, how do I exist? In the gym every day, I won't miss. So my daddy like, boy, don't blow my assist. I got it. Tryna slow down my motion. It's written, you cannot control this. You gonna blow it. Them, they not important. Me, I'm the one goated. Me, I'm the one goated. Me.
From one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in the landing zone, this will come out to the 20. First play from scrimmage. Here's Murray. Catch made right side by Wilson. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. This defense for the Chiefs, they had certainly had their struggles to start the season, but they put it all together in getting that first victory a week ago.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it's second down. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Again, they'll throw with Murray. Throw left side complete. That's Benson. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Well, they'll use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
Murray going to throw. Open man here is Benson. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another first down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here. That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this. I think you and I were a little skeptical that it'd be this easy, but they certainly knew what they were doing in scouting, in preparation, and understanding what their team was capable of.
From the gun, Murray. A short one here, caught by McBride. And they'll get him down inside the red zone at the 14. It's also a gain of 14. First down. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Murray to air it out again. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Felix Anudike-Uzomah, the man to get home for the sack.
The competition comes up in so many different ways, and right now, this unit, Their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week. We just saw their first one of this game.
Throwing now is Murray. Throw on the right side, complete to Harrison. That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards. And so far, a very nice, methodical opening drive.
This has the feel of a scripted drive that they rehearsed perfectly all week long, and now they're executing it on game day.
Script looks good so far. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. Well, given where they started that opening drive, CD, I think to get 3 out of it, probably a pretty good start that they'll take.
I think you're exactly right about that because they just shook off the effects of the kickoff and field position and took the ball, moved it downfield. Didn't pay off with a touchdown, but that drive, that was really nice for them, and they did come away with 3 points.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10, right at the 30. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Jalen Thompson picks it. And the Cards are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And they are a game under 500 now following the loss a week ago. And this is a team, Charles, that just has not been able to string victories together.
Yeah, they're certainly going the wrong way, aren't they? Because it looked like they have things pointing in the right direction, but now they've lost 2 straight. And that means this game is vital, extremely important, because if they fall 2 games below 500, the road back into playoff contention, awfully difficult.
Here's Murray. Pass is caught by Wan'Dale Robinson. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Here is 3rd down and 4. To throw, it's Murray. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Here's Murray. He finds his man, complete. It's Benson. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Cardinal football here to start quarter number 2. As they've got it with 2nd down and less than a yard. In motion left is Wilson. Murray flips his forward on the jet sweep. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down. A nice, consistent gain.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Harrison. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3. Second and 7. Murray now. He's got it. And the Cardinals are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
Goes right back to McBride. Touchdown! Trey McBride, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Cardinals are able to widen their advantage. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead grows to 10-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
That's laid out deep for Rice. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
And Patrick Mahomes, for all of his artistry and arm angles and what he can do in the short passing game, never forget he's got a cannon as well. He unleashes a big one there, but that time it winds up incomplete.
Fire down these two. Fire down these two.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Jalen Thompson picks it.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach in the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and punt the football.
After the turnover, here's Murray. This is taken in by McBride. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That one goes for 24 yards.
Oh, a lot of credit to the play caller here. He saw the design in his mind and implemented it. A little zone stretcher here because they started the tight end on the left side of the formation and sent him on a crossing route. And this works really well when you can find that space between levels and they were able to do so for good yardage.
Murray now to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Benson. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal. Murray going to fire one out wide. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Michael Wilson, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes our score 17-0. The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Yellow. Hey, 57.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. That's caught inside the 20. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Rashee Rice, his first touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. The extra point by Butker is on target, and that'll cut the lead to 17-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They have to be pleased with the way that they moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
Chris Jones on the stop.
Nice chunky yards on 1st down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on 2nd. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
To throw is Murray. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a 1st down. Play action. Now it's Murray. Flush to his right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Trent McDuffie with a pick. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you've got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
Yellow.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
In motion, the tight end, Kelsey. Now here's Mahomes. Being chased out. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Chiefs get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Butker is on target. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
The Cardinals take over first and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And they've got a little over 40 seconds to work with if they want to try to put something together. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's got this downfield to McBride. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
It's a nice zone breaker right there. Take the tight end, move him out to the slot, then have him run a corner route versus the zone coverage, which means he's going to be behind the shallow coverage and ahead of the deep coverage, put the ball right on him.
Shotgun now for Murray. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Green.
Now Murray. Caught by Wilson. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. They're going for it. It's Murray. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's taken down inside the 30. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. So the drive stays alive after the 4th down conversion. 1st and 10 inside the 30. Murray going to throw. Open man here is Benson. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, and maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on 1st down. They're ahead of the chains now.
And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Trey McBride in the final seconds of the 1st half. And the Cardinals would extend their lead here just before halftime. Point after, right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this 1st half. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And with Mahomes under center, anything's possible. Watch out for the deep ball.
Hey, Riblin. Watch out.
Final shot before the half for Mahomes. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. And with just 1 second remaining in the 1st half, they'll call the timeout.
Yellow. Watch out.
They'll throw now on the final play. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. It'll be the Chiefs football to begin quarter number 3, and they trail here as we are back underway now on EA Sports. And no return forthcoming. It'll be a touchback, and the 3rd quarter will start from the 30. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the 2nd half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the 1st half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
2nd and 10.
Yellow.
Here's Mahomes to throw. He's going to take another shot here. And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Jalen Thompson picks it. Oh, some strong running. And the Cardinals are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. Tough one there. First drive of the third quarter, throw an interception, and now a chance that they could be in even a bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
Yeah, but how good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator right now? Because you just know that the head coach looked at him and said, turn him loose, big man. And he'd be able to take a few extra chances playing with this type of a lead, and boy, it paid off.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And their defense just helped them out by getting the football back on the opening drive here in the second half. And now can the offense follow through with points on their first possession?
And that's a big one for them because after the work the defense has done, they've got a chance here to open up this lead.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
Pass to the right, and he's got McBride. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Here's Murray. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Murray. It's brought in by Wilson. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 28. Again, they'll throw with Murray. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Michael Wilson, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
Easy.
And the slot man goes in motion left. Mahomes going to throw. That's laid out deep for Rice. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Garrett Williams. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
Throwing now is Murray. And this is going to be incomplete.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get the field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
Third quarter action from Kansas City. Second down and 10. Murray now. A short one here, caught by McBride. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. These two have hooked up 9 times now this afternoon as they pick up the first.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Here's Murray. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Throwing again, Murray. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Murray now to throw. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
A lot of deflated looks on that defense. It seems like they just cannot find a way to get a key stop on third down. Here's another conversion, and now this offense, they're in a position to go up even further as they've got it 1st and goal.
Here's Murray, a quick throw complete. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Michael Wilson from 6 yards away as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 24. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this?
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. A big play there for KC. 68 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. They'll try to run this one in. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
Good work there, holding them out on 1st down. And this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And this time he is in.
Yes.
A great play there. His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. Butker on for the PAT. And that one cuts this to a 17-point spread. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
To throw is Murray. He's got the connection to Moore. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it second down. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. We're back now in KC. It's Cardinal football. They're also out in front of the scoreboard as we get set for the fourth. This 2nd and 4. And Wilson in motion left. They'll get it forward to him on the touch pass. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. 90 yards receiving now for him in the ball game. It's a first down.
Go.
Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. That's complete to McBride. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Cardinal passing game dialed in now. First down.
Hey. Easy. One more. Two.
Back to throw again. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. That'll give him 8 that time, and it'll be second in a couple. So 5 plays on this drive, Charles. All passes, all completions. And just like that, they're in the red zone.
And don't you think the playbook opens up a little bit more now? Because all they've done is throw the football. If you want to run it now, you may very well have them fooled.
7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it first and goal. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3-and-out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Trey Benson from 4 yards out. And the Cardinals look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 24. The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish.
Hey, 15. Right side.
Now here's Mahomes. That's laid out deep for Rice. And now here's another interception. And the Cards are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. The drive will begin with a run by Benson. He'll get this up to the 47 and brought down there.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 6. Back to throw. Murray. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Benson. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
On first down, it's Benson. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
It's been a struggle this entire game trying to move the ball on the ground. But every now and then you find a little chink in the armor, and that type of run right there lets them know that they can't stop every single run for almost no gain.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Now Murray. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Kyler going to give this to Benson. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7.
Omaha. Hey, easy, quick.
Looking to throw. Murray. This is caught. And they get him down about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 3rd down pickup of 5.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. Going quickly out to the right side. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The Cardinals setting out to kick this one away, and off we go. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnelled. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Attack, attack! 15. Attack, attack!
From the gun, it's Mahomes. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
Attack, attack!
Now Mahomes got to have this one. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Cardinals will now take over with excellent field position. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. So it's a win here for the Arizona Cardinals. And, of course, this is a...
That ultra ground move, riding in the year, tighten up, you would lose. I approve. I bet, I step and approve. Straight ultra ground, make all your haters go down. You understand what I'm saying?
I can show you lame, how to do this. Stacking money up, be about your business. They come with a wish list. They come with a wish list. I can show you lame, how to do this. Stacking money up, be about your business. They come with a wish list. They come with a wish list. Hey, I met this girl the other night. She said she wanted me and be a money's wife. Respectfully declined because I said I got a wife. She said she wanted man, her best friend is known around the way. I started hearing about her type. Always with the ball players, that's the one she like. She got it done, and I guess they look alright. They call her princess, but she down in every. In and out of DMs, tryna be a rapper. She won't get the W, I skirt off when I see him. I know it's gonna get worse when I start doing Coliseums. Gonna be, I just call it how I see him. Let me clarify, I ain't talking about all women. Some just wanna settle down and have a couple cheering. For all my rapper homies, just be careful while you touring. You meet a pretty girl, but her intentions ain't the purest. I can show you lame, how to do this. Stacking money up, be about your business. They come with a wish list. They come with a wish list. I can show you lame, how to do this. Stacking money up, be about your business. They come with a wish list. fucking phone buzzing, just delete the other number, yeah. Cruising at 103 till I seen them feeling with the record. She was peeking out the cover. She said, GT, wait, you grew up down the street, my uncles up her brothers. I said, jumping back, been lit, you at. She was just running, Emmett Smith, running back. She had to make it, rubbing it, just caught up. Then she got me painting nails, calling me Sonic the Hedgehog, the way I be chasing. You know she got them brands of the bed. I'm in Miami, so you know the bands of the jet. I called her door back with a 50, she wanted the. She said, oh, about to make me cancel this L. She said, hood is on, but she in a condo that her buddy own. Payment good, if she good is gone, boy, you should've known. Calling me up on 50 phones, foot on all these. Never let them keep me on my tippy toes. I can show you lame, how to do this. Stack your money up, be about your business. They come with a wish list. Come with a wish list. I can show you lame, how to do this. Stack your money up, be about your business. They come with a wish list. They come with a wish list.
I need it. Cat. Okay, it's me and my kinfolk. Cat, that is my MO. 925, my area code. Don't give a what you been. Shared AG, put her friend. They want a lot, not a little. I get something. Give me something. What you gonna do for that Enzo? I'm in the end zone, rocking that Kenzo. My Kindle. Beneath though, going triple plat. I need a pack and a half. I broke up my mans, a stack and a half. I told my mama I'm bringing that bag. I got it. I'm backing, I'm on. I get ice till I candy. Sorry, mama, yeah, I know that. It was me and bro, buck on the plate. Best believe we had 50 cent cake. I let the Audemars hang from my belt, so she know we ain't got no time to waste. And I let Audemars crunch the numbers. I gotta make sure that my money straight. She wanna make sure that my money real. Kissing another. Back in the day, I ain't had no whip. I just pulled up in a tank. I'ma pull up just to stun. Can't, all in your brain. I'm going Batman, I'm going bang. Come with the bang. What you gonna do? 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 Up in up. What you gonna do?
I'm on a Sony lot, eating a lot of chips, stacking a lot of guaps. If I get it to pop, my mom get a coupe, my mom get a lot of rocks. I ain't got to mouth, let that in the past. My foot on the gas, the floor elevator, we face my brad. How you want to deposit the memo of cash? Red light, yellow light, green light, gold. The events, I to the bank home, but I won't keep quiet. I'm in it. Yeah, my best friend want me alone. None of my bitches happy your home, and I blah. I'm a businessman, so I give her a loan now. 3 pumps in the chain from the Homer. Her Bucky a goner. Her get Bucky a goner. What you gonna do? 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 Open up. Stunt.
I wanna try to beat the force. I wanna try to defeat the law. You wanna be with me, of course. Show you look a piece. Wanna see some more? 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 Soul gonna rise when I leave this corpse. Show you look a piece. Wanna see some more?
Don't be afraid of the bounce. See when your things levels gotta change to your mouth. How can I walk in doubt? Never been a beg, never been a loud mouth. Pen can go for days. I'm obsessed with it, can't change my ways. So blessed with it, what can I say? Top form staying in shape.
I wanna try to beat the force. I wanna try to defeat the law. You wanna be with me, of course. Show you look a piece. Wanna see some more? 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 Soul gonna rise when I leave this corpse. Show you look a piece. Wanna see some more?
I'm gonna run it up, though you know your fun is up. James knew back when I was coming up, didn't wanna know then. Now I bet they're loving us no more. No R&R's, the bar is raised. If you know me, now I can bar for days. Nothing to prove, cause I've done enough. Lights out, still gonna keep the torch. Check your little piece, wanna see some more?
I wanna try to beat the force. I wanna try to defeat the law. You wanna be with me, of course. Show you look a piece, wanna see some more? 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 Soul gonna rise when I leave this corpse. Show you look a piece, wanna see some more? piece, wanna see some more?
Ay, wake up, shot calling. Pay what I bought it. New crib psychotic. I'm so iconic. Fly down to see the islands. She ain't even bring a wallet. They don't get it, but I got it. I'm so iconic. Yeah, straight out the Linux. That phone for hours. I'm straight out the minutes. They calling up Deanna, straight out the business. We take out the Sims and then take out percentage. Period, break out the minutes from capital M. Now we straight out the sentence. They pay out the